Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be going over some Wii stuff. So what I got here, this is my patient. This is a revision 2 6-layer Wii motherboard before they shrunk down the CPU and GPU for more efficiency and less heat. This one is a 4-layer board with the shrunken down CPU and GPU. You see the size difference there. Some of the components over here are different. This board uses less power, less prone to failure. The only reason why this one failed is because of a faulty power supply. That was very unfortunate. I heard a pop. But anyways, this guy right here, I was visiting a friend, and his boy was playing on this Wii, and I could smell something like just hot electronics. And I was sniffing around, investigating, and I put my hand on the back side of the Wii, like back here, and it was toasty. And yeah, it turns out the fan was broken. And the blades were seized. It spins. After I pulled it out of the machine, it started spinning, but yeah, it's all broken. Good thing I'm a hoarder and I have spares. Yes, I will clean this before I put it in, but I'm going to show a little trick that I like to do on every Wii that I refurbish. I've already done it to this heatsink. Normally, these heat sinks have 4 legs that come off, and it keeps it from completely touching the heat spreader of the CPU and GPU. These use a thermal pad. I have a slight collection of thermal pads going on here. These are good ones. See how thick they are? So what I do is I just take some cutters and I cut the legs off and then grind them down flat with a die grinder from my Dremel. And then I have to grind a spot here in this corner for this orange, I believe that's a capacitor. And then once you do that, it will sit flat on the CPU and the GPU. See if I can get so this thing will stop catching on everything. See if I can get a view of it. Stay. There. It touches metal on metal contact. Plus I polished this for shiggles and gits. You can see the reflection. 2000 grit sandpaper in a sink. And just sand it nice and smooth. The smoother the surface, the better the heat transfer. And then I use actual thermal paste. This is the good stuff right here. I use this on my PC. I would go over footage on modifying this thing's original heatsink, but I can't find my tripod anywhere, and I can't do the mod while holding a phone recording, so figured I'd just show the heatsink, and if anybody watching this is handy and they got the tooling, it's easily doable. Been doing this mod for years. I'll do a little demonstration. I'll set the phone down here for a second. Yeah. I'm just gonna put a little dab there. Just spread it around. Oh, that's quite a bit. I'll wipe it off just for demonstration purposes. I still got to clean this board. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the heatsink on it, and you will see the transfer of the thermal paste, showing that it sits directly on it. Now, when you put the Wii back together, you want to be careful not to over torque those, because it screws right into plastic. Just tighten it down enough. Just go around little by little and make sure it's even. There we go. Contact. Put a little pressure on there. There we go. There. All that thermal paste that's transferred onto this heatsink is contact with those. You'll get the most heat transfer by doing this. And also leave a little bit of meat right there on each one of these little corners, because it's recessed, and you want some aluminum there for the screw head so it don't go all the way through, because you do that, you're screwed. But I hope this is helpful to anybody out there that works on these consoles. A good use for these is on the Wi-Fi card here. This paste did not survive. That's what usually happens, is it tears. So I just take this and just plop it there, and that'll do, if that's intact, of course. But hope this video is helpful to anybody out there. Have a good one.